Hello everyone and welcome to Ink Trips. Today we're heading to Rottnest Island just off the coast of Western Australia. Before we go, let's take a moment to make a rough itinerary for this trip. We'll go to Rottnest Island by taking the ferry from Perth. Once we're on the island, we'll hire a bike to get around. It's not a very large island after all. We're going to visit at least one of the lighthouses on the island, maybe both. We'll go for a swim at one of the many beaches. Obviously, we're going to take a selfie with a quokka. And while we're on the ferry back to the mainland, we can watch the sunset over the horizon. It's time to grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee, and away we go. I travelled to Rottnest or Rotto at the end of 2016 when I moved from Sydney to the Netherlands. Actually, I spent most of my time in Perth and only did a day trip to Rottnest, but I just don't have any memory of that city, so no offense Perth, but you're not getting much attention from me today. A couple of quick facts about Rottnest Island. It has an area of 19 square kilometers, or roughly 7.3 square miles, and is home to anywhere between 10,000 and 12,000 quokkas. If I've done my maths correctly, that equates to 5 or 6 quokkas per square meter. And this is just a well-estimated guess, but I'd say that's about 1 quokka per square foot. Now, for those of you who don't know, a quokka is a small, mostly nocturnal relative of the wallaby, native to Western Australia, and is often referred to as the world's happiest animal. After the Dutch sea captain Willem de Vlaming described these marsupials as rats the size of cats, the island was dubbed Rottnest Island, from which the name Rottnest was derived. I can see how he might have reached that conclusion with his 17th century brain and whatnot, but ironically these cat-sized rats are the driving force behind tourism on Rottnest Island. Personally, I didn't know how abundant quokkas were before I went to Rotto. In fact, when I got off the boat and hired my bike, I went into full-on search mode, desperately trying to find one. I don't remember how long it took me, but I was thrilled to finally meet one on the side of the bicycle path. And then another, and another. They were everywhere. Rottnest Island is also home to several species of native Australian flora, including the Rottnest Island pine, Rottnest Island tea tree, Rottnest Island daisy. Oh, I didn't see these on my trip to the island, but it's also inhabited by Australian sea lions and fur seals, and the waters are home to dolphins and several species of whale. However, I don't want to get anyone's hopes up, so I'm not going to draw them in this picture. The lighthouse that I'm drawing here is Bathurst Lighthouse, just a short 5-minute bike ride or 13-minute walk from the ferry terminal where we disembarked. It is one of 2 lighthouses on the island and has been around since the year 1900. Wadjimup Lighthouse is named after the island's indigenous name, which means the place across water where the spirits are. I'm finding this out for the first time right now. Okay, we're just about done with this ink trip for today. So let's take a look and see how we did. We hired a bike to get around for the day. We visited the Bathurst Lighthouse and briefly talked about the Wadjimup Lighthouse. We went for a swim with the quokka and we watched the sunset over the horizon. I'm not sure if I'm going to colour this in. I probably won't, not tonight, I'm tired. But seeing that sunset means that we're on our way off Rottnest Island. I'd like to thank you for joining me. If this type of content is something that you can see yourself subscribing to, then feel free to. I will endeavour to have a new trip posted every week. something to look forward to. But you can also see related content on my Instagram at Ink Trips, where we also play some guessing games. I would love to hear any feedback that anyone might have, because this is a very new concept for me and I'm still trying to grow and learn as I go. But for now, I'll see you on the next ink trip. Goodbye.